Hi everyone, good day. Ferdy here and welcome to Yogi Bats Fitness. So for today's practice, we'll be doing a whole body flow yoga. So we'll begin with standing pose. So you have to take your feet hip width apart, or maybe together if you're more comfortable with that. So you firm the legs and try to stand straight, and then you roll your shoulders backward and down, elongating the spine. Now inhale, you extend your arms upward and just take your palms together. In case you cannot extend the elbows, just have your palms apart. Now here you bend to your right side and creating that stretch. You create that stretch on the left side of your body. And keep your elbows close to your head. Again, back to the center, inhale. And exhale, you go down to your left. So see that you're pushing your right foot down on the floor as you bend. And then up to the center. On your exhale, lower your hands beside you. Now interlace the fingers behind the pelvis and then roll your shoulders outward, creating space on your chest. Now lift and expand your ribs and push your sit bones down. Now you have to firm the belly and then gently bend backward, look up. So go as far back as you can without hurting the lumbar spine. And then exhale, return to the center. And just hinge from the hip. You fold here from the hip joint as you keep your hands behind the body. Now you push your head forward, shifting the weight on your toes and pushing the arms outward. So stay here for a couple of breaths. Again, remember to breathe in and breathe out through your nostrils. Now inhale, lift your chest up, back to the center, and exhale, hands beside you. Let's do that once again. Inhale, arms overhead. You can look up or just gaze straight to the front. And exhale, bend to your right. Here you can look down, maybe chin to your shoulder to create stretch of the neck. Again to the center on your inhale. Then exhale, go down to your left. So keep your elbows straight, squeezing your palms in. Just feel the lateral stretch on the body. Inhale, again up. On your exhale, bring the hands behind the hips. Roll the shoulders out, shoulder blades moving in. Lift the ribs and bend backward. So extend your hip. Lift and expand your chest. Go lower as long as your back is fine. On your exhale, return to the center. Fold over and keep hinging from the hip bone. Pushing the hands upward, moving your head down and not forcing the back. And then lift your chest, inhale, and exhale, release your hands. So let's go to the top of the mat. Look straight forward, hands beside the hip, and then you bend the legs, go as low as you can, but the knees should not cover the toes. Then bring the arms up. Inhale. Exhale. So ribs in, belly in. Another breath here. Now inhale. On your exhale, you twist to your right. You take that left elbow across your right thigh. Bring the palms together and push. Push your thumbs down toward the midline of your chest. So the more you push the hands down, the more the body can rotate. But see to it that you're not moving the left knee forward. Keep your hip and your knees even. Back to the center on your inhale. So chair pose. Exhale, go to the opposite side. So you can squeeze your palms right through the midline of your chest. Make the spine parallel to the floor, long and straight. Inhale, again coming up. Arms overhead. On your exhale, you bend forward, reach the floor. So extend the spine. Inhale, flatten your back. Again, add more forward rotation on the hip bones. And exhale, you bend. So never mind if you cannot touch the floor, if you cannot move your head down, as long as you're feeling the glutes and the hamstrings on your pose. So long and slow breath. Now look forward, inhale, keep your spine straight and sweep your arms upward. And exhale, hands beside the hip. Again, inhale through your nose and exhale through your nose. Again, inhale, bring the arms up and over the head. Gently bend backward, extending the whole spine. And exhale, fold. Full exhalation as you touch the floor or the shins. Look forward, flatten the back. Inhale. On your exhale, step the left leg backward. Just keep your right foot on top and drop the left knee on the floor. Align the knee and the heel, square the hip. Then take your arms up and bend the elbows 90 degrees. So roll your arm bones backward, ribs up, and keep pushing the hip down. For the back foot, you can point or curl. That's your own option. Keep extending, rotating your arm bones, squeezing in your shoulders. Now release and straighten the leg or the front leg by pulling the hip back, hands below your shoulders, and extend the spine. You inhale and open your chest. If you have enough stretch on the leg, then stay. In case you want deeper stretch, then exhale and go lower. As long as you're not forcing the knee and the back. So long and easy breath. You look forward, flat back here. You can maintain the left hand below the shoulder or grab hold of the right foot. And exhale, you twist to your right. Look backward or just look to your right or down to the floor. Just feel the neck, feel your shoulders. If they are comfortable with your gaze or the position of your head. Now take your hands back to the top. Bring the hip forward. Look ahead. So extend the spine, extend the back leg. Inhale and exhale. Stay on the runner's lunge for 3 more breaths. 2. And then 1. We'll take the foot again forward. Inhale, extend the spine. And exhale, you bend over. Inhale, lift the chest. Bring the arms up. And exhale, hands down. Relax the shoulders. Take a deep breath in and out. So let's do that on the opposite side. You lift or raise the arms up, bend as far as you can. Exhale, hinge from the hip, fold, lower. Inhale, look forward. Extend and open the front body. Exhale, step back. To your runner's lunge, look forward and lower your knee on the floor. Point or curl the back foot, come up and take your hands upon the knee. So the right hip is turning forward as you open your chest, navel in. You can bring the arms again here, the elbows beside your shoulders. Now roll the arm bones backward, bringing the ribs up. Now bend backward. So easy and slow, breath here. Take 2 more sets. And then on your exhale, set your hands on the floor. So pull the hip backward until you straighten the left leg. So you can point your foot upward or forward. If you point forward, then you will stretch the ankle. If you point it backward or upward, you can feel more stretch in the calf muscles. Now extend the spine, inhale. You can check or feel if you're good with the stretch, then stay. Others can go down, maybe a little lower. For some, maybe chin down to the shin. Again, don't go too far. Breathe. Now extend the spine, look forward. So the right hand can stay below the shoulder or grab hold of the foot. Okay, that's your own preference. And then extend the left hand backward. So maximize the rotation of the spine without moving the hip. Keeping your chest open. Now bring your hands back to the floor. Bring the hip forward and extend your right leg. Look forward and extend your waist, the sides of the body. Take 2 more breaths here on your runner's lunge. Keep the legs active. Now then shift or step your right foot forward. Inhale and exhale, you bend forward. On the inhale, lift the chest, arms over the head. Extend as high as you can. And exhale, hands beside the hip. And take a few breaths here. So So this time, take your palms behind the hip with your fingers pointing outward, and then press the heels of your palms down against the glutes and squeeze your elbows and shoulder blades in. Again, we will bend backward, lifting the ribs, so open your chest fully. And then on your exhale, return to the center, hinge from the hip. And then take your hands to the floor, have your feet hip-width apart. In case you cannot grab the big toes, then just micro-bend the knees, or you can just hold the back of your shins. So others hold the big toes with your peace fingers and thumb, look forward, inhale, and exhale, you pull your toes, move your hip forward, and feel the weight going down to the balls of your feet. And then pull yourself down, closer to the floor. So stay, breathe, and see if you can keep your legs fully straight. Now look forward, straighten the spine. The next one, you slide your palms under the feet. Again, if you cannot do that one, stay on your ankles. Hold the ankles on the back of your shins. Others, if you have your palms underneath the feet, extend the spine, roll the hip forward. Again, continue shifting the weight forward and exhale, pull yourself down. So go lower, creating more stretch, at the same time length, not just compression. Now look forward, flatten your back, palms to the floor, fold the legs. So just keep the distance of your feet and just fold the legs 90 degrees. So you're resting your rib cage down the thigh bones or between the legs. Then extend the hands forward, parallel to the floor. So working out your glutes, leg muscles, and back here. And then set your palms down the floor and go to a plank position. So step backward to your push-up. So straighten your whole body, align your elbows and shoulders, and stay here for 5 breaths. See that your hip is not lower than your shoulder, so you have to pull it up. Keep pushing the floor until you feel your chest muscles. And then going down, have your knees on the floor, or you can keep the legs up, and then bend your elbows. So have your elbows by your ribs, so not outward, so you have to keep squeezing your shoulders close to the body. And then keep your hip down as you lift, as you push your chest up. Bend backward, so pressing down through the tops of the feet, sinking the pubic bone down, and squeezing your shoulders inward. And then curl your toes and go to your down dog. So first, micro bend the knees and have the maximum length of the back by pulling the hip bone upward. Pushing the floor to extend the sides of the body, and you're spreading out your fingers. Now from here, you extend your right leg. Keep that left leg bent. So just feel the stretch of the right leg. And then bend your right leg and extend the left leg. And continue pulling the hip bone up and back. And then bend both legs. Continue pulling the hip, add more height on the hip, and then extend the legs if you can without rounding the spine. So push and pull at the same time. You push the floor with the hands, pull the feet down, pull the hip backward. Now look forward and step. Step the right foot on top. Bring that left knee down, point your foot backward, then come up, reach the hands upward. Inhale, so keep your hip down, not here. And exhale, twist to your right and extend your hands sideways, not moving your knee. So just keep your knee pointing forward. So flex the back muscles. Now from here, you reach the right hip, or you can take the left thigh and extend the left hand up. You squeeze your right shoulder, bring it back to open your chest, and you extend the left hand up. So at the same time, you're keeping your hip low to maintain the stretch. Now going down on the floor, take the left hand down beside your right foot and fully open your chest to your right. You can just keep your right hand here and turn your shoulder, or if you have more mobility on your right shoulder, keep or take the arm up here over the head. Last breath here. Good, now you look down, take your palm or the right hand on the floor, and then we'll go backward and down beside the left heel. So sit beside the left heel. We'll be stretching the quads now. If you cannot sit here comfortably on the ankle and knee, then put something below the hip. Now straight back, and then bend your right leg. Take your hands backward behind the pelvis and as wide as your shoulders. Now push the floor and open your chest. Now to stretch the front of the left thigh and the hip, you lift the hip up by pressing the right foot. Pressing your feet actually. So push the palms, press the feet and lift the hip. So the higher you go upwards, the more you can feel. Okay, going down, so move your hip down. And then this time you take your right knee closer to the body. You can grab hold of the foot and extend the leg. If you cannot do that, just hold the back of your shin or use maybe towel to wrap it around the foot, or if you have yoga strap, then use your yoga strap. So don't let your shoulders get pulled or arm bone get pulled by the leg. You have to squeeze your shoulders backward and down as you lift the leg. Also sit straight, sit upright. Okay, release. So we'll be doing a twist here. So keep your heel close to your hip. Then take your right hand upward. And then you bend forward. In case you cannot bend forward due to some tightness here on the hip, you just have to take the leg this way. So sit upright. So others, if you are able to fold forward, wrap your right hand here, around or behind the hip. You inhale and extend the spine, and exhale, just bend a little lower, forward. Don't force it for you not to hurt the back. But others who can move their head down the floor, feel free to do that. Okay, straighten the back and then turn your chest to the left. Squeeze your shoulders as you turn your chest to the left. Look backward. And then release. Now you take your foot on top of your thigh on a half lotus. In case this one is hurting the knee or the ankle, just take it here on the inner side of the foot. Right hand will go behind the hip and hold the inner thigh. For others, you can grab hold of the foot, the right foot. Then the left hand will hold the right knee. You broaden your chest by lifting the ribs, the sternum, and then turn your shoulder backward. Then look to your left, the chin moving to your left shoulder. So take a few breaths here. See that your breath is flowing long and slow. And you're not forcing it. Okay, release and walk or extend the leg first, forward, and then take your hip again forward, pressing down through the right foot, curl that left foot and extend that left leg to a runner's lunge. Now take your leg backward again on your push-up position, bending the elbows beside the body. Then push your chest up, pressing the feet, look up or back, so increasing the stretch of the front. Then exhale, go back to your down dog. You push the floor, lift the hip. Breathe here. Inhale and exhale. And then step the left foot at the center of your palms. Lower your right knee down the floor. Square your hip, hands upon the knee, and then from here extend your arms outward. Elongate through the waist and then activate the obliques, side body. Turn to the left and extend your hands like a D, away from the shoulders. Now take your left hand on the hip, or if you're comfortable reaching the right thigh, then hold the thigh. Right hand up and then arch the spine. Again, keep squeezing your shoulder blades together as you reach that right hand up. Breathe deep. Okay, release your right hand down on the floor beside your foot. Turn the chest can stay here, or you can extend the left hand up or over the head. So keep turning without rotating the left knee, without pulling the hip backwards. So keep it low, keep the hip forward and down. Now bring the hip down towards the back side, so hands on the floor first, and then bring your hip backward, and then down. Again, if your knee and ankles are not fine on this leg position, then take something below the hip. Straighten the back and then walk your hands backward. Bend the left leg just beside the knee, so not too close. Okay, just in line with the knee joint. Now press the floor to open your chest and then push the right foot to lift the hip. So stay, breathe, and feel the pose, feel the leg. Okay, bring the hip down. Now you hug the left knee. And then take the foot or take the back of your shin. Then extend the leg upward. Again, you can just stay here or pull it closer to the body. As long as you're not hurting the back, you're not leaning too far backward. And see that your tailbone is not pressing down. You have to ground the sit bones, not the tailbone. So lift that mid back up. Now take your foot now close to your hip. So readjust the hip. Take that left hand up and bend forward. If you cannot do that, again, another option is to hug the knee and just sit upright. So for some, you can take your hand or hands behind you, stay here or bend lower. Again, that's your choice. Don't use the compression of the belly just to go lower, so you don't hurt yourself. Now when I straighten the back and twist, turn to the right and squeeze your shoulders inward. Press that left sit bone or both sit bones down. And then release the bind. And then take the foot over the thigh, close to your hip. If your hip is not that flexible, then just take it down on the inner side of your thigh. So we'll be doing a twist again. You take your left hand around the hip, maybe reaching the foot, or you can just keep it behind you. And then you hold your left knee with your right hand. So don't let your right hip lift, keep pressing it down. Then open your chest, turn your left shoulder backward, then the chin to your right shoulder. So your shoulders are going left as the head goes to the right. Okay, release and look forward. Re-extend the left leg. Walk your hands forward, bend the left leg, and extend the back leg to a runner's lunge. So step backward, again to your plank pose. Straighten your whole body from head to your heels. And then down to your low plank, or you can drop the knees down or go all the way down on the floor. Inhale, push your chest upward, hip down. Then exhale, just go to your child pose. So knees as wide as the mat or hip distance. Sit on your heels and extend your hands forward. So here, breathe deep and long. Now walk your hands backward, sitting on your heels, knees together. So the last one we'll be doing a balancing pose. So you curl your toes, lift your knees off the floor, and then sit straight and upright. So just keep your head in line with your sternum and the tailbone, or simply rest the head above your feet. So keep your heels up. You can keep your hands here on the waist or here at the center of your chest, and look straight forward. Fix your gaze. Okay, release your knees down on the floor. So counter stretch your ankles, point your toes backward. Sit straight and upright. So So we'll do that again for 2 more rounds. We'll put one leg on top. So lift the knees, and after you take your right foot over the left side. Have your hands here to support you balance this pose. If you're okay with your pose, then maybe one hand up or both hands, palms together. Then be as still and as steady as you can. So try not to feel stiff. Let the breath flow. Now release. Again, counter stretch your toes, your ankles for a moment by sitting on the heels with toes pointing backward. And then we'll do it on the other side. So you sit on your heels, knees up, and put the left foot on a figure 4. So over the knee. Now again, keep your hands beside the hip if you're not that stable on your ankle. Others, if you're okay with this pose, take your hands together. Okay, release. And then this time we'll be stretching the inner thighs. So as you sit, you just extend the legs as far apart as you can. So really wide that you can feel the leg muscles, the back thighs and the inner thighs. You pull your glutes backward, tilt the hip forward and sit straight. Now you hold the left foot with your left hand, right hand over the head and bend until you reach the foot. The left foot. If you're super tight on the leg, on the hip, then just keep your hand here, never mind reaching the foot. Maybe the right hand behind the hip and just lean laterally. So go down slowly and gently. Now come up and do the opposite side. Take your foot or take the hand on the shin. Left hand here, behind or above the head. So that's your own choice. It depends on the condition of your body right now. If it's too much stress happening on the legs, come up a little bit. You can look down, chin to your shoulder if looking up is not okay with your shoulders and neck. And then come up. Just bend the legs. Cross your shin bones. So that was it for today's class. Usually we end the yoga practice with Savasana, lying down on the floor. If you want to do that, then do it on your own. So just lie down, hands beside the hip, close your eyes and stay there for a couple of minutes, trying to relax the body and the mind. So again, thank you for joining this practice. I hope to see you guys again next time. If you haven't subscribed yet to this channel, then go and click that subscribe button and also the notification bell. Don't forget to click that bell icon so that the next time I'll be posting a video, you'll get notified. And if you like this video, give it a thumbs up. If you have something in mind, then just comment in the comment section. And I'll see you again next time. Namaste.